Hello there everyone, it's me Daniel again here, and today I started a new series on this channel, My Ideal TTTE Characters. This thing became really popular among Thomas and Friends fandom, so I want to try it. And for the first character I choose, of course, everyone's favorite, Edward the Blue Engine. Let's get started. Straight on the point, My Ideal Edward is not a finesse railway K2, because, in my opinion, the K2s are too young to be Edward. They're built between 1897 and 1900, and I avoided the K1 as much as I like them. I want my Edward to be as old as possible. There are many old-fashioned American types 440s around Great Britain, built by various railway companies, and originally I planned my Edward to be a Northeastern Railway Q class, but after a while I found the perfect base for my Ideal Edward. So, my Ideal Edward is a Great Central Railway Class 2, which is a cool reference to his number, you get it? So, the prototype of this class, number 561, is built in 1887, and I think this is a perfect age for my Ideal Edward. So my Ideal Edward is that prototype, 561. He arrived on Sodor in 1914, a year before Thomas in 1915, and handle railways express trade for the Sodor and Mainland Railway. Later, in 1916, a year after Thomas arrived, Edward is reallocated to Wellsworth and Sudbury Railway, and finally in 1923 the North Western Railway is formed, and Edward became the number 2 for the railway. But why is he number 2? Well, it was very simple. Thomas is the first engine that's ordered by the North Western Railway, but Edward is the first one to arrive, but not ordered, and that's why he's the number 2. As you can see, I also have my ideal version of the North Western Railway Blue. It was a more purplish blue with bright yellow lining. I really like how this paint turns out. In 1940, Edward is completely worn out and needed a complete overhaul. But before that, he stops a runaway James. That's a reference to the old iron. And later, he is rebuilt like his real-life counterpart, number 561. As I said earlier, in 1941, Edward stops a runaway James and sent away back to LNER to be overhauled and modified. rebuilt. It was that time when Edward Thompson became the new chief mechanical engineer for the LNER. And you guessed it, Edward is now officially named Sir Edward Thompson. Edward arrived back on the Northwestern Railway a year later, completely new engine. Is given an extended cab roof, Belpaire firebox, different safety valve, funnel, etc. He's put to work on the Brandon branch, pulling local stopping services. His express days are now long gone, but the old iron of Sodor is still really useful, reliable. And that's my take on Edward. Here's Edward in his as-built condition when he first arrived on Sodor, and ran in this condition until 1940. And here's Sir Edward Thompson, the rebuilt Edward. That's what Edward looks like when he returned back to Sodor in 1942 after an overhaul. He given an extended cab roof, Belpaire firebox, different funnel, and of course the nameplate Sir Edward Thompson. If you'd like to see more videos like this, leave your wishes in the comments which character you want to see next. Goodbye.